Hey everyone, welcome to my garage. As I'm sure you can guess, this is going to be a little bit of a different video. I need to look at the camera, not the feed from the camera. I'm going to be wall mounting my computer. So I figured over the course of my process, I will just make videos as I do it. So I'm starting off, I have not done this before and I've barely looked into how. So do it that way you will. Starting off with a 2 foot by 4 foot sheet of plywood. I think it's 23 3/4 inch. What did I do with my tape measure? I just had it. There it is. Why did I leave one of my tools over where I would be using it? So, let's see here. A bit less, roughly half an inch. So I have ideas, but for now we're going to kind of work on placement. I don't know if I'll get to drilling holes. I do have some plans for that. For example, I'm going to maybe use these as spacers between the motherboard and the plywood. And I've got some number 4 41-inch machine screws that'll go through the plywood, and the nuts and some washers, which I'm sure you can't see, will hold it in place. That's the plan, at least. Whether or not that actually works is a different issue. Bought myself a digital caliper, which again I know y'all can't see, but I don't think we'll be using that today. So what may be used today is my old graphics card. Some of you may have seen this before. It's a R9 270X. It's the card I started with the channel with, actually. And the motherboard I started the channel with, a Z97 Pro Gamer from Asus. So that'll represent the motherboard and the graphics card, obviously. Due to not being able to find my old power supply, the stand-in will be these two batteries for my electric mower. And finally, because obviously I can't take my radiator out of my computer, the final battery will be used to simulate the radiator. So right now I am just going mostly for placement. Those machine screws, as you saw, were silver. I have a can of matte black spray paint. Paint and primer all in one, whatever. It's Krylon. It's spray paint. I didn't care what kind. In the next video, because this will be a multi-part, I'll show you what the bolts look like afterwards. So I guess with that being said, we're going to get started working on this. So I have not opened this in a while. So open this motherboard. It still has my 4690K in it, because I don't have the box for the 4690K. So I'm thinking somewhere around here. And then the graphics card will have to go, the power supply and the graphics card are going to go on a bit of a shelf. So I need to figure out how that'll work. Oh man, this actually wound up in my sister's computer for a while whenever I built her one, but now she's got a 1660 Super, I believe. This is more so I can figure out the placement of I need to know how long of a GPU riser I need. So let's see here, from the top, I'm assuming PCIe slots are pretty standard where they are. It's about 10 inches. So I know that for the future. Let's see here. 10 inches to millimeters. Let's see. Or 10 inches to centimeters to cm. 25.4. That I might be able to do with a 30 centimeter riser cable from Cable Mod. That'll get that awfully close. I wouldn't really have much room to put the power plug off of it. Let's see. Let's set these to the side real quick. Okay. So the plan for the PSU is I'll have a couple brackets like this holding it up on a little shelf. And then the water pump will be right about here. I know it's kind of hard to see, but I can't move anything around. Not easily, at least. I've got the camera level. And then I actually grabbed another set of brackets for the graphics card, but I do not think that is going to work. That'll just be too long. I might need different brackets. Okay. So that... Let's see. Let's just do a live check. Let's see here. Cable mod... PCIe riser. Okay, store cable mod. Whatever, I guess I store. I need to go back. I apologize. I know you guys can't see what I'm looking at. I need to sort by cable extensions, I believe. PCIe extensions. Nope, that's not. Accessories, maybe? Ah, here we go. 30 centimeters is the longest one they offer. So I'll have to look into some other options because, quite frankly, I would rather have the graphics card further down. So right about there. Give me enough room to cut a hole for the power cords because I want to run them behind the plywood. So it looks like I need, let's call that 14 inches. I don't even know if I can get a PCIe cable that long. Huh. This video is not shaping into much, but I'll still post it anyway because I kind of want to take the ride on this. I guess while I'm at it, I can actually figure out if those screws will fit in both these ring terminals, which I'll cut the rings off of to use them as spacers. Let's see here. And at the very least, maybe somebody will get an idea from my plans. So, I mean, that's a plus. I did not structure this video out. I did not give it much thought, as I'm sure it is pretty obvious. Okay, so, oh yeah, if I can get those rings out, maybe some pliers. Let's find out. Okay, I got a couple pairs of pliers, just to show, I think, need it to focus, but I think that'll slot in there just fine. Let's see if I can yank this out. It does. If I can, it's going to be a pain in the butt to do so. I might have been better off using butt connectors like I initially planned. All I'm doing is mangling it. I might be able to just drill it out. That'll be dangerous. But I guess the more important thing is I need to figure out if it'll actually work with the motherboard. So let's take it out. Okay. So the screw goes through here. That might need a bigger screw. Okay, let's try the screws I got for the radiator. See how they work. Or fair. Everything I found said it was number 6, but I couldn't. I took a motherboard screw out and. Oh yeah, that'll. Let me show you. That fits in there much nicer. Hopefully the hole can be seen compared to, let's swap this out. That, there's like no light on that, but I think you get an idea of the wiggle area. Which, if that's the case, then I don't think these little connectors are going to be... Oh, let's be stupid and drill one out real quick. First, I need to figure out which drill bit I need. Try a 7/64. Gotta love getting drill bits out. You grab them by the cutting part. Okay. Here goes nothing. And this is probably a spot where I should use pliers to hold this. There we go. Oh, wish me luck. That worked. Okay, so can these go through this? Is the question. No, they cannot. Okay. Wait. Yes, they can. I might have split it a little bit, but I mean, honestly, for the purpose it is going to serve, being a spacer for the motherboard, to space it off of the plywood, that might work just fine. Or I might just get the next size up and figure it out. Okay, so I guess, unfortunately, hold on, I can still figure this out with that. So if we take this and put it here, hate to focus, there we go. Oh yeah, I've got, that should work. I just want to do a proof of concept before I give up, or call it. Because I honestly don't care if it wiggles a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to go with the next size up. What size are those? Because I'm having trouble getting this on. I hope I can even be heard with my back to the camera. What size were these? These were 22 to 16 gauge. So, oh hey, it goes on easier the other way. Smaller number, bigger hole. I think. Either way. Well, I guess we've learned something there. And I know you haven't been able to see me for most of this, but I guess we've learned that, so I mean, it gives us a starting point. I know that I'm going to need to find a longer PCIe bracket. I'm not going to start mounting or drilling holes for the motherboard just yet. I've got a 120 millimeter hole saw coming in that will be used, and a couple of just cheap fans that I can slap down to simulate the radiator, and I'm going to drill through them to make the holes for the fans for the radiator. And then I'm going to take these screws, the longer ones I was just showing you, they're going to go through the plywood with their respective nuts and the washer into the fan and into the radiator, hold the radiator against the plywood. So with that, I think we have a plan that should allow me to actually start doing some drilling next time. So I hope you enjoyed this random video. Next time, I want this done by January or July. So the last video should be up by then. I want to go for one a week. Just depends on how quickly I can get stuff in and get things made. So I guess with that being said, thanks for watching and have a good one.